What if the laws of physics aren't describing how reality actually is? What if they're describing patterns in how something more fundamental appears? That's not a mystical claim, it's a question the physics itself keeps raising. A physical law describes a pattern. Gravity behaves this way. Light travels at this speed. Energy is conserved. These are extraordinarily reliable patterns, verified millions of times, built into every technology that works. But a pattern isn't the same as a foundation. A pattern is what something does consistently, not necessarily what is at the ground level. At quantum scale, the smallest level physics can reach, something interesting happens. The clean separation between things breaks down. The measurer and the measured become mathematically inseparable. Non separability is the default. Separation is what emerges from interaction. Decoherence, the process by which quantum behavior gives way to classical behavior at larger scales, might not be separation becoming real. It might be the mechanism by which something unified produces the appearance of separation. If that's true, the laws of classical physics aren't describing fundamental reality. They're describing the patterns that appear when oneness gets bumped around enough to look like division. This is a philosophical interpretation of what the physics shows, not settled science. Physics describes the patterns accurately. What the patterns mean, whether they're fundamental or descriptive of something deeper, that's genuinely open. But the question is real, and the physics raises it honestly. What if the laws aren't the ground floor? What if they're the wallpaper? Extraordinarily accurate descriptions of patterns that appear when something more fundamental, undivided prior to separation, produces the world we measure. That's not physics abandoning rigor, that's physics being honest about what it can and can't reach. The patterns are real. What produces them? Still the question.